I had to bring you to the hood last night. I gotta keep you with me, keep you right by my side.
My name is Orsini Paulino. I'm a business owner of a wine shop called Downtown Wine and Liquors. We're located at 488 Kings Highway, which is Nyack, New York, upstate. We're about 30 minutes out of the city. We have another little shop out in Ridgewood, Queens, which is called Whitehall, which is called Vino's at Whitehall. And we normally go back and forth with all of our merchandise in both shops.
It's habitual. Violations lead to write-ups and obitual.
I have a cousin that actually came into the country in the early 80s, and he worked for a gentleman that owned a liquor store. He learned the trade through that gentleman and actually eventually bought him out. And then the process, say 10 to 15 years later, I did my own little business, and it didn't fail, but it was something else that I wanted to do on the side. He talked me into getting into the liquor business, but he pointed to it as being more into the wine business because that's exactly where you will gain your profits as far as in this business. So he talked me into opening up a liquor store, and I found a great location where everything is just more about wine in the area.
I want out, new crib and new whip, new places to dip with a couple of new.
We come in the morning, we open up the shop, we start looking over all the inventory, all the stock that's needed for the day or for the week. We normally have special orders that come in from certain clients that we have to put together for the week. It could be due to a little wedding, someone's personal party, or a gift. We also make gift baskets as well over here. But the daily operation is making sure that we have all of our inventory in line, all of our top sellers in stock, and making sure that the operation is running, basically hand to hand very well from us to the customer. As far as seasonal, when it comes into the summertime, our daily operations kind of change from what it would be in the holidays. Summertime is a little slower as far as for wine and liquor because people go on vacation. So in some sense, try to push as much as you can during the summer because you know that you're just really pulling along, just trying to get through the summer. But summer isn't as bad as, say, the early part of the year, which is January, February, March. Those are mainly your dead time. Coming into September, which is right after the summer, is exactly where it starts to going up and peaking because holidays start, the cool weather starts coming back. People like to have more social gatherings in their home, so there's more people indoors, so there's always more. They're more prone to buy a bottle of wine for the family to enjoy amongst dinner or something. So that starts off in September. The best part of the season is when you get into Thanksgiving and Christmas and those holidays, because you always have people purchasing for gifts. You always have someone, again, for a good gesture when they're going over to someone's house for a dinner, or just anyone coming home, because it's the holiday season and they just want to have something not the normal that they do throughout the season, have a little drink with their dinner or something. That's basically what I say is the best time of the year. It's in the holiday season.
To the hood last night. I gotta keep you with me.
Advantages of owning a liquor store. You definitely make a good profit if you're in more of the wine side of the business. When you sell a lot of the alcohol, you can only make a certain amount of profit or percentage on each bottle, you could say. On the wine, you could actually play with the wine as far as from a variety of pricing, taste, how you want to sell it to a customer. And it's easier to always sell wine to a person because you can always vary the prices. So there's always someone out there that's going to want to buy something that you have. If it's at a cheaper or if it's expensive, you can always find something affordable for them. That's what's good about wine. Alcohol, people basically know what they want, what they're going to get and take. The disadvantage is if you don't know how to be a buyer. In this business, you got to learn how to be a buyer, basically. When you're buying merchandise, you want to make sure it's merchandise that's going to move. It's not merchandise that's going to sit on the shelf. It's something that not to say that much. If you believe in the product also, then you help sell the product. But if it's something that you may be weird, but yet you want to put it out there to see if clients want to, take a look at it, or not say take a look, but take a taste. That's where you're taking a risk. But then you also have to take a risk in this business, and that's kind of the disadvantage, because you can go ahead and buy, 5-10 cases of one item, and you may sit on that item for a good 6-7 months and not move it at all. It even can go to a year, depending on what the item is. But the advantage is you can always open the bottle up though and put it out there and keep trying to push the item to sell.
Who can I trust, my girl or my homemade?
First steps of owning a liquor store would be definitely getting your capital on hand, what you have as a budget, meaning the budget will set the size store you're trying to look to open. Next step would be your location. From going into location, you're going to be more seeing what your sales are going to be more hard alcohol or on the wine side. That kind of sets also your budget, where you want to go with the business. From that step of location, you're going to liquor license. Now you're going to deal with actually an attorney. Your next step is getting an attorney, because the attorney is actually who can file your liquor license. And also having an attorney can expedite your liquor license. If you have a good attorney, meaning not an expensive attorney, but an affordable attorney with great knowledge behind the business, he will tell you that he can expedite it. You can buy the shop, and with him being a part of signing your documents, he can make sure you can get your liquor license in 2 months, so you can start temporarily operating while you're getting all of your long-term license on hand. That's one of the steps. That's one of the main steps of going about owning a liquor store. It's location, budget, and then your liquor license. And if you're accepted for your liquor license, then you're basically good and golden to go. Now the other options are going and actually getting a liquor store would be the way that I approached it was I went and got an existing liquor store. I was looking around to see who was already selling, and made the transition a little bit more easier in order to own the liquor store, because it was an already operating license. So when I basically came into the picture, the transition of their name to my name wasn't as hard as starting brand new, where the liquor authority has to do a research on where I came from, or actually where the business itself has come from. All I would be doing is stepping in with my name and my business, and they just do a quick history on my name and my company, and then allow the deal to go through, and I can take over the business. That's somewhat I would suggest for a lot of people that are looking to get in this business. Is one of the best ways is to see if there is an existing store ready to sell. It also helps you determine what their profit margin is yearly, so you can get an idea of what already your budget is and what they already operate in a year, and see if it fits. So there you can also look for a store that fits in your budget, so that I can actually buy into this business because it doesn't take so much to operate. I can buy into it and put my money right back into it and gain the same rewards that the person previously did. My name is Osini. I'm a liquor store owner, upstate New York to Queens, and you're watching Money Monsters TV. Peace.
I had to bring you to the